Hey everybody, Shane Brennan here, and I'm in beautiful Hawaii, as you can see behind me. All right. So I decided to do my essay research on acid rain and its cause and effects, and how it affects the environment, and it really became an issue with the public and governments when scientists, in the 1970s, when scientists began to see a real change in the pH of lakes, rivers, and streams all over the world. But historically, acid precipitation problems probably came about when the industrial revolution came about around the 19th century. A new wave of ideas, and people need to start creating energy by burning fossil fuels, and manufacturing really got going. And that was the industrial revolution about the 1800s. Started releasing way more emissions in the atmosphere, stuff like sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide, stuff like that, and that's really bad for the environment. Um, so when those compounds get released in the atmosphere, they get trapped in like clouds and water in the clouds. So when it rains, the water droplets have those compounds in them, and it becomes more acidic. Hence the name acid rain. All right, so when enough acidic rainwater is dispersed over a particular area, and that area experiences environmental changes that harms the organisms living in that area because they're just not adapted to that low pH. It's like we like drinking water. It's 7 pH. That's pure water. But rainwater is known before anthropogenic activity is known to be around 5.3, and acidic rainwater is probably around 4, even lower. All right. Although acid rain has been around before human activity, usually coming from toxic emission or toxic smoke from volcanoes that emit toxic gases like sulfuric dioxide, carbon dioxide, those kind of things. But since the Industrial Revolution and the increase of air pollutants, there's been a stronger correlation with lower pH rainwater, leading to lower pHs of lakes, rivers, and streams, and even soil. So areas that are with high human activity, like cities and industrialized areas, definitely see a lowering of pH. It's kind of the centers of acid rain, of where there are a lot of emissions, um, and it can travel. Like something could be emitted from one area, but then it could travel hundreds of miles away and rain there, so it ruin like not just where it stems from, but where it rains on too. Um, and Usually younger organisms like baby animals and baby fish, eggs especially, are the most vulnerable to the change in pH because they're really not adapted for low pH. I think below 4.5, 5, they cannot live properly. It's like a disability. But more recently, nitrogen oxide has been shown to be a leading cause of acid rain, which comes from power plant emissions. Burning coal, fossil fuels like sulfur dioxide is also a big problem. Um, but the Clean Air Acts in 1990 decreased sulfur dioxide emissions by almost 70%, but only with nitrogen dioxide only decreased 35% in that same time period, which was 18 years, by 1990 to 2008. Um, that's because sulfur dioxide emits more out of power plants than nitrogen oxide does. Um, but nitrogen dioxide is more of a problem now because of fertilizer. And to make fertilizer, you need ammonia, and ammonia's got a lot of nitric compounds in it. So when that gets in the soil and leaches out important nutrients like potassium, magnesium, calcium that the soil and plants need, it's getting leached out into rivers and lakes. And for example, like the Chesapeake Bay, that is like a dead zone now. There's not much oxygen in the water for the fish because all the compounds that have to get released through the river into that area are so strong that the water just is not livable for aquatic organisms. I think a few solutions can have to be renewable energy, like wind and solar. They're abundant, they're green, eco-friendly. Obviously, there's no emissions. It's not like burning fossil fuels. I think we start doing that. Those kind of practices will really help the environment, rain, water to get back to that pH where it's best, where it's natural, about 5. And cars too, they release so much pollutants out of the tailpipe. So I think there'll be a stronger push for hydrogen cars, which only release water as an emission. It's pretty interesting stuff. So that's pretty much acid rain. It was nice learning more about this, and hope you learned some too. All right, thank y'all.